We hear all the time from people around the game that double A is where you start to see the breaking balls that are really set apart from what you've seen before. That can be a big challenge for a young hitter.
Absolutely, and I think when you think back to some of the pitchers that I faced, some of the guys that you face in the big leagues for 5, 6, 10 years, you're thinking, man, I saw him somewhere. Yeah, it was Double A because when you see most prospects of any organization, they pretty much go to Double A just to get themselves over that hump and get ready for the league.
You had a breakout season at the double A level yourself. What was it about you that enabled you to have that kind of campaign?
I was very confident, and I thought, if the confidence could just stay with me consistently, which is very hard to do at any level of baseball because it's a game of failure. I just try to be consistent every night, whether it was defensively, offensively. Just bring something to the table. Go home with something where you felt good, and I didn't have to think about that game when I went to sleep.
Well,
A double A
some
hitting
more
coach touches base with a new arrival
30 if
to
you're
the
looking
team.
to maximize your development as a hitter. The batting cage is open. Yeah, good to know. Thanks. Okay, off days are our own. We don't have any off days. We are going to be the designated hitter for today, for this series. I really like those video vignettes in the beginning of each portion. Honestly, this is something that's going to be relatively interesting. Let's see if we can do better. I'm looking excited. I am looking forward to our first start as a pitcher. But anyways, let's just jump right into this one.
The show's continuing coverage of Double-A Northeast League Baseball is on the air. Today, it's Game 2 of a 3-game weekend set between the Reading Fightin' Phils and the Erie Seawolves.
So
we've got
lost,
baseball on the show,
that
and it's coming
game
up
before.
next.
I had to leave and try to update my equipment and stuff.
Logan Shore, a native of Minnesota, gets
I don't
the
know
starting
where.
nod. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out.
Change a couple things
Anytime
like
you
my
have
batting
4
gloves.
pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big
You guys
advantage.
watched my unpacking video. I'm pitching.
So now here is Bobby Morrison.
Let's go.
He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder.
All right. So this is
And
gonna
pitch.
see how
Fellas, you
terrible
take a
I
look at these
am
guys as they
with.
get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They come out of the gate slowly. Just one of their first 4 have been wins.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question.
Slider.
But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today. You get out of the cab.
There you go.
And you
Great
watch
pick,
countless
great break,
hours of
great
video,
break.
and you
See if
try
I can get him
and formulate
swinging.
a game plan to get this back to 500.
No.
1-1 to start the road trip,
go.
and you're
Yeah.
moving in the right direction.
We
Throws
gotta
in time,
win
and that's out
games
number
because we are not doing well at all. Really excited to be pitching. Like I was saying, so essentially I've used the
So
bat
the next to bat
from
will
the
be
game yesterday. It was one with
Green.
flowers. It looked pretty cool, so I was like, from 2 days ago actually. It looked pretty cool, so I figured, you know what?
He's set and the pitch. Now a changeup to start him out, but that's looked at down and in
Circle
for ball
change
1.
is not easy to do.
Hard hit
And
ball
another
to
ground
second.
ball. Still trying to get my
Throw
first
on to first,
strikeout.
2 gone.
I'm gonna just try this at first, see how it works. If I feel gonna get comfortable with it.
Now at the
I
plate is Adderley
usually
Rodriguez.
do
It was
like,
a 3-hit effort from him last night, so
analog
he was
pitching,
a big part of that
pure
victory.
analog. But the pinpoint seemed really interesting, and I felt
Ready
like
to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a
I
slider
felt like
to
I
start
can
things
do.
out. Looked at for ball
I
1.
wanted to show you guys something at least a little different.
Popped him up.
As I go 1, 2,
Blacked
3 in the
Orella
first
over to his
inning.
left. And he's got it for
Pretty
the
exciting.
final out of the frame. We've
Changed
played an
my
inning. No
glove.
score here on the show.
But hopefully, with my pitching,
Ready to go for the
we can
last half of the
actually
inning. And that'll give
not
way to
give
the
up
third
any
baseman,
runs.
Chad Setio.
Third baseman.
because if we don't give up any runs,
First pitch on its way.
woo, that was way out. All right, and the inning without getting a. Okay, yeah, stamina and hitting. I feel like I won't walk a bunch of guys. I feel like
Now he sends a high, deep drive toward the right field corner.
Go foul.
Nearly a big fly to start
Oh
the inning.
my
Instead,
God.
a foul ball.
Man, just a hair early on that one and just pulled it foul. He's going to have
That
to find
would
a
have
way
been
to
terrible. And I want a
refocus.
slider.
Not easy to continue an AB after you just went deep foul.
Lifted down the line in left.
So, like, clearly you guys can see that, like,
Swing and a
I am
line
not
drive.
doing great. No. Catch that, catch that, catch that, catch that.
Gets
Son of
down,
a...
and he's got himself a base hit.
Nice execution.
I'm just going to
right
trust
there.
my
Kept his
catcher in
balance
the
on a
beginning.
nasty break
Hopefully I don't
ball.
give up
His
any
hands stayed
runs.
back, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
Because we have not been playing well.
As Cameron the next to bat. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. That's wide, 2-0.
3 fastballs in a row.
Too high, and it's
Come
3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good
Son
discipline to lay
of
off
a
and
gun.
get himself into a 3-0 count.
And that misses for ball 4. And it's first and second now with nobody out. Jacob Robson is in now as he watches a pitch for ball
This
1.
is not looking well for me as of right now.
Pulled
All
toward
right,
right
please,
center
catch
field.
that, catch that, catch that.
Steven moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. So next to bat will be Joey Morgan, who's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game.
I'm
1
not
ball,
good at
no
it.
strikes to count.
Like, I really enjoyed
A high fastball is in there.
the analog pitching from
Sergio over at
MLB
second.
2K,
Cameron is
and I
over
feel
at
like
first
this
with
is
1
something
away.
similar to that.
Can't keep
It's
the weight
just
back, and he falls behind 1
not
and 2.
entirely
He's coming
the
right
same.
after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
In the dirt here. And a nice job to keep the runners
Just
at
like that
bay as
slight
the count
difference
moves
is
to
just
2
like
and 2.
doesn't make it easy for me at all.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Double play, double play, double play.
Grounded to short. This could be 2. There's 1.
Let's go.
Relay to first in time, and just like that,
Damn it,
this side is
increase, hitting
retired.
increase.
So it's
I
no
get
runs
for
on a
walk
hit, no
and a hit,
errors, and a man left.
but, you know.
We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0.
Nothing, baby.
Bottom of the inning
And I
now,
have a
and
lead.
stepping
Let's
up as
go.
the shortstop, Zach Short.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense
so
going
the
in
Andrew
this
Miller
one. Getting a
pitching
run
motion
back
is
in this inning,
quick.
give
That's
them
what I
a little
like
bit of confidence
about,
that they can keep up in this game.
He takes the changeup the other way out toward right
pitching
center.
as the Andrew Miller.
Steven is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
I feel like pinpoint is not going to
Digging
be
in will
great for
be
me.
Hitoki Iwasi.
Come on.
Now the pitch.
Okay. Finally a good
Expect
pitch.
the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone. He wants a quick inning, so he won't be nibbling.
Behind
yes,
0-2
absolutely
now.
not. Maybe circle change.
1 out, nobody on.
Slider. I trust you.
Hit hard toward the right side.
should not have
Leaping
trusted him.
try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
You can't throw a slider
And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
inside
They
like that.
say
too.
pitching is about location, location, location. First 2 pitches into that at bat really good. Mark, the third one, not so much.
You know, that's where the game's changed, Dan. You used to see 0-2, and guys would almost throw one to the backstop, waste a pitch, bounce something. Not the case in today's game. Guys are going right after you, but he definitely missed his spot right there.
Yeah, you
To
think?
the left side, but it's well foul. 1 out and a runner on second base.
There you
And
go,
a
first
fastball
strikeout,
blew it
baby.
right by him, and there are 2 down.
It only
and as
took
he punches him out
2
there,
and a
he
third
collects
innings,
his
2 and
first
2/3
double-A
innings.
strikeout.
Well, I'm sure that feels good, and maybe he'll keep the ball or something. But you know his sights are set on a lot higher than double-A ball.
Talking
Figuring
smack,
out
bro?
how to strike out a lot more guys at this level as he progresses in the minors will be one of the keys for him reaching the big
I'm
leagues.
garbage, and you struck out. That's
At
on
the
you.
plate, Riley
Not on
Green.
me. That's
and
on
this
you.
one's in the dirt. The throw will go to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild
Take it
pitch.
easy.
Iwasi at third with 2 away. Now a flare out
Fly
toward
ball.
right center.
You better catch
Right
that.
fielder
You better
coming
catch it.
on, and they're on the board.
What was the
as
center
this
fielder
is now a
doing?
3-1 ball game.
Boy, talking about picking your teammate up after that strikeout, D-Row. Big, and I mean big, 2-hard RBI single.
Honestly,
Yeah,
what
way to
was
come
he
through for your
doing?
team. When you take the donut off your bat right
pressed
there,
the
you're
wrong
trying
one.
to pick up your teammate. He had the right game plan.
You better
didn't
catch
come
that one.
outside it. Stayed
All you had to do
We'll
was
have
run
to leave
straight.
it there as the play is made for the
Baseball's
third
hard.
out. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete. Redding is out in front here, 3-1. Striding in is Chad Setio, 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Third baseman.
Still we have a 3-1
Now the
lead.
first pitch.
I feel like I'm not pitching
Well above
great.
the
This
letters with
pinpoint
the
pitching
fastball
is.
that time.
This guy's been throwing the ball
I feel
great
like I
so
want to
far, but it's gonna
perfect
be
it though.
tested
Like,
here.
so
4,
I'm gonna
5,
have
and
games
6
like this.
coming up this part of the lineup.
Honestly, I just
1-1. Count is
want
1
to
and
get better.
2
Like right now,
Hey,
if I was
usually the
using-
second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling
I was
really good about his
doing the
fastball. 2 back-to-back.
pure analog, I would have pitched a slider
Ready with
like,
the 2 and 2.
down and away.
Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now.
Can you let me throw something else?
Swing and a little blooper to center. And that'll get
This
down
center
for a
fielder
base
has no, like,
Beggars can't
gusto.
be choosers right there. We love those long darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jammed off the end of the bat, doesn't matter.
Stepping in now, Des
Like,
Cameron.
what,
And he
you're
gets
not
under
gonna
this
run that one
as
out
this is
either?
Lifted into center field.
I feel like this
Moniak
guy is like
will
not
settle
running
under it to make
after
the play for the first
anything.
out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
And like, don't get
Next
me
to
wrong,
stand
like I said,
in
baseball
is
is
Jacob
hard.
Robson. He flew out in his
It is
last
hard.
debut. No balls in one
But
strike.
like, you are professional. Like, you got drafted because clearly you're good enough to do something.
Set. Here's the 0-1. Lifted the other way down the left field line.
And this is supposed to be like accurate, but like right now, if I do a slider.
Ready with the 0-2. Hit on the ground out to
See?
short. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
Nice
Come
effort
on.
by the shortstop right there. Kept it in
Honestly.
front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball
I am
down
not
was a pretty
doing good
job.
at all.
Any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
He's 0 for 1
I
thus far.
way too early on the
Now
timing.
a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike.
Late by
1
a
and 2 now.
0.01 seconds. That's what that was.
3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. Swing and a miss
Thank
on the
you.
fastball that time. Out number 2.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high
All right, so
fastball.
clearly I'm not gonna be
a high
striking
piece of
out
cheese,
10
swung at
batters
and missed.
right
that
now,
pitch
or
looks so inviting to hit, but
hitting
it's awfully tough to
bombs.
put in play.
So like, let's
In now, Zach
trust the
Short.
process.
In the dirt here.
I cannot do that. I gotta.
Good job
I
to
cannot
corral
do that
this
circle
quickly
change.
as the
Saved my
runners
life.
hold on.
Just going with the
The
fastball.
1-0 home. Down the third baseline.
And
this'll stay
down by
inside
1.
the third base bag. A fair ball.
And tie game because we can't.
And the second run will score as that evens things at 3.
Hey, after being down by 2, getting into the middle of this one, that's a huge base hit right there, D-Row. Big 2 RBI knock.
Yeah, down by 2 right there, able to come through for the team, and we probably got an exciting finish on our hands.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Honestly,
Kentucky
this is
Iwasi will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike.
I'm
It's
not-
0-1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today.
You
for
don't
me.
throw a
When I
slider
first
right
came up,
down
a lot of
like
guys
in the
working that
inside
Greg
when you're
Maddox
this
east to
low.
west.
Like, I'm not some crazy good
The set and the 1-1.
pitcher.
Ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Come on, please strike him out. Strike him out.
2-2. Here it is. Count remains 2-2. And a half-hearted swing there as
I don't
they tie
even
him up
know.
inside
That was-
for the third strike, and the
Oh,
inning
without
is
him swinging
over.
at the first
So
pitch.
it's
That's
2
fine.
runs on
Whatever.
3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We played 4 full. Set now for the bottom of the 5th. And next to bat will
I
be
feel
the
like
outfielder,
I'm not
Bobby
pitching
Morrison.
great, and I understand that, but I feel like I gotta. That literally belongs.
2-0.
That
Swung on,
is
but it's pulled foul
in the
wide
fault
of
of the
third.
left fielder who
He's going to be
decided I'm
thinking
gonna
about that
bobble
pitch
a
all
freaking
night if he
pitch.
doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
3-1 to him now. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Sent on the ground out to second.
I should have made the slider my
And the
secondary.
throw to first is in time, 1 gone. Next up is Riley Green. A hit and 2 tries for him so far.
I got it. No, I got it. I don't trust anybody. Sorry.
And he'll put this away for the second out.
I don't trust you fielders.
And now, Aderlin Rodriguez. No hits to this point.
First baseman.
Starts him with a good rising fastball.
Perfect.
there
Oh,
for
I just
strike
realized that's
1.
perfect. Even though it says
Behind
slightly
0-2
late.
now.
I don't know. Is it perfect or is it
2
late?
out, nobody on. And he goes up the
Hard.
ladder on him, but he lays off 1 and 2.
Come on, strike 3.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 5 innings complete, and we are all tied at 3 apiece.
This is
Now to the plate here is
I got my
2
lead.
hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
The third baseman.
Too low, 1-0.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality
This
ABs.
is
2-0 now.
honestly just like not been.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Great
He's a lefty.
situation right
Why
here. Leading off
is
the
it-
inning, you gotta find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't
This
like
is-
to take the aggression away from
And they
hitters.
take me out of the
If
game.
it's in your zone, I want you.
A 1-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today.
I get the win.
Fighting
Alright,
Phils
so I get the
wrote
win.
an important 6th inning to
5
victory
innings
in
pitched,
this one.
6 strikeouts,
Freddie
4
Cruz gets
walks,
the win on the mound, his first of the
earned
year.
runs.
So that'll just about do it for us this
Oh, no.
afternoon. For
6
Mark
hits,
DeRosa,
4
Dan
strikeouts,
Plezak, and our entire
2
crew,
walks,
I'm Matt
3 runs.
Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show.
I
For
know I
more,
would've
make your
done
way
that
over to
well.
the new website,
You
theshow.com.
get a win.
3 hours and 6 minutes.
It wasn't great, but I do have my first pitch out of the way.
And we remind
I really got right in this pinpoint
right
pitching.
home, safe place.
On the
Terrible.
show, and it's coming up next. Into the box,
All right.
Freddie Cruz.
So I'm back to pitch
And
batting.
we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Get through.
Hit out towards second. And a base hit, so he goes after
Terrible
the first pitch he
swing.
sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
But
There's a hard
I am
hit
a
ground ball. Pitcher
leading.
not able
I
to
went
get a
from
glove on it.
pitching
Hard single up the middle.
yes
Yeah, watch your lips
Yesterday
right there, Dan. Sent it back right
to
where it came
leading
from.
off the next game.
Throw over to the bag, and he'll get dirty, but
That
he's
would
back
have
in
been
safely.
terrible if I get caught stealing.
Not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls in this one.
And
Come
now they've
on,
got
I
him
hate
in a
when they do that.
rundown.
Don't
Poor
sit
base
there.
running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second.
This is-
And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first.
Like,
and
I don't
he's
want to be
nicked.
picked off. Like, I don't understand. There's
So
no
now
way
to
he
the
has
plate,
me that,
Freddie
like,
Cruz.
frozen.
The ball 1-0.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working
my
around the
first
guy. I think he's
extra
going to
base
challenge
hit?
him.
Yes, it is.
And this is going to find
Can
the
I go
gap
for 3?
his
Can I go for
third hit
3?
of the afternoon.
Hell yeah.
This one for extra bases. And he is into third base with a triple. His third hit this afternoon.
Of course they feel good about the triple,
So,
but I know how
I didn't do
managers
too
think
well
that
yesterday,
he's in the dugout wishing that
but
triple
today
would
I
come
just
when
decided
some
to
guys were
just
on
go
base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one.
crazy. And
We'll
I
see
wish
if
I
his
would
teammate can bring him
have
home.
scored. Stand-up triple.
Stepping in is Matt Vierling. Couple of walks for him thus far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the center fielder,
go.
but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield
Well, you
grass.
gotta just be
And now the
patient.
runner from
Patience is
third
key.
scores to give them a very
We take a
important
3-1 lead.
insurance
Looks
run.
like we might be able
Boy,
to.
that's a big RBI right there to give this team a two-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a two-run lead.
Yeah, Leo
So
Mazzone.
we could actually take. Wow, I'm 7
Next
for
will be
17
the
this
designated
season.
hitter, Freddie Cruz, as the switch
I
hitter
don't
will
want to
bat
be a
right-handed
designated
here.
hitter. I mean, I guess it makes sense. They don't want to overwork me, so I'm probably going to have
He's
a lot
ready.
of DH
Here's the
games.
first pitch. He's
Go.
able to take the ball the other way here, high and deep to right center.
Is that my first home run?
And the runner is in from second, and this
No.
will hop over the wall, but the run will score.
And this thing bounces over the wall, but I don't think it would have mattered if it stayed in the ballpark. Either
Nah, I
way, the
would've-
runner was going to score,
if I
and
would've-
he was going to wind up at second. He
Dang
drove
it.
that ball really nicely.
I would know. I was aiming for third base.
Now back, the second baseman.
This is probably my best game.
Can't connect there. It's 2-2.
I got an RBI double. I got a triple.
Starts to get loose.
I got a single. I'm not gonna have another opportunity.
Fly ball in the
Base running wise has not been great, but
Stewart is there, makes the catch, and
generally
the side
speaking,
is retired. So it's 2
I
runs
am
on 3 hits, no errors, and a
pretty
runner
happy
left on.
with the way things
Not too
turned
many
out
more
this
shots
game.
left. Home half of the 8th.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
5-1, the
Definitely
final
happy,
total
which I
in
was
today's game.
I was fielding, but
Redding wrote an important
we
6th inning
did
to
manage
victory
to
in this
win
one.
back-to-back
David
games.
Parkinson gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. So that'll
I kinda
just
held
about
the
do
lead,
it for
so,
us
I
this
mean,
afternoon.
even though I gave up
Thanks to
3
Mark
runs,
DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the
I
rest of
think
the
I did
crew.
pretty
I'm
well.
Matt Vasgersian. This has
I
been a
went 4 for 5,
presentation of MLB The
triple,
Show.
a double,
Find out
an
more, head over
RBI,
to
and a run.
theshow.com.
But
For the
anyways,
Seagulls, 1 run,
you guys got to
8
see my
hits,
first
no errors. They left 13 men on base.
pitching performance and an excellent
Time
batting
of the
performance.
2
So
hours and
let's just
55
keep
minutes.
this momentum, baby.
Thank you.
It's actually happening. The organization has decided to try him as both a position player and as a pitcher. They're really trying it here at the Double-A level. Jonathan Mayo of MLB Pipeline is with me. Jonathan, do you think this can work?
I mean, can it work, Ben? Yeah, of course it can work. It hasn't worked all too often. There are more and more teams who are trying to make it work. Most of these guys as amateurs were two-way players. They don't specialize usually until later on, and often they choose one or the other. You see more and more teams really making an effort to let players do both, to see maybe one jumps to the foreground on its own organically. It's awfully hard just because of the amount of work that you have to put in to excel either as a hitter and position player or as a pitcher. Naturally, some work is going to be taken away from one or the other if you're splitting your focus. And that's why we haven't seen it too often. Guys have to be tremendous athletically to be able to do both. The work ethic has to be off the charts. It's happened a couple of times at the major league level, but it's few and far between. So I'm really interested to see if it's going to work out in this case.
A prospect receives a check-in from his agent, who wants to make sure his
God,
client's
this
career is
agent
being launched
nonsense.
in a way that suits the young man's goals and ambitions.
Freddie, it's John Kent from your representation team at 989 Sports Management. How are you feeling about? I love it. Oh, okay. What balance of play would you like? I want to pitch in the starting rotation and then hit and field between appearances. I like the most of feeling of my hitting and position playing, but also pitch occasionally. I see myself as a closer on second thought. Oh, I don't know. Maybe pitch occasionally and then hit. No, I want to be utilized all the time. Put me in a starting rotation and then hit and field between appearances. That's right, baby. I'm pretty sure that is what they had in mind for you. I'd like to know what you're down for. Exciting stuff, Freddie. Nice.
A minor league pitching coach offers advice to a new member of his staff.